huge.
They're usually, you know, like this.
Yeah. Typical Arkansas black is like smaller. And then, so it's a good year.
I'm wondering if they crossed though.
I doubt it.
Well, the
once the tree
before is smaller.
But that might be from some of their older trees, because that farm out there is 46 years old. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, obviously, we are playing with apples. We were out and managed to swing by a local orchard that also has a farm store in our area. And their family orchard has been around for 40 plus years at this point. So Arkansas Blacks is one of the things that they are known for, along with their peaches. They are very well known for their peaches. Their Arkansas Blacks are a little bit less known about, but this time of the year they do have them. So we are going to be processing these guys down and making applesauce today. I hope you hang around and I hope you enjoy this video. We have gone on ahead and we are soaking them in a sink full of cold water and, of course, the grapeseed extract, which, if there is any sprays or anything on there, will help remove the pesticide, draw it out and remove it so that we don't have to worry about it. This family tries not to spray unless they absolutely have no choice. But since you never know 100% on how much they have or have not sprayed, we just go on ahead and do this to make sure that we draw out anything residual from the fruit itself. So we're going to go on ahead and get these guys peeled, and we will see you back here in a little while. As my mother likes to guys, so we have officially gotten everything chopped. We did go on ahead and start the first pot that we had filled up because it needed to work down. We're trying to kind of stagger what we're doing because we think there might be a short in one of our burners, and it's one of course, the primary front burners. So we're having to kind of do this weird rotation thing, but we've still been able to make or start the process of making some really good applesauce.
Right.
Nothing's burned.
Yet.
Nothing's burned. Nothing's burned. We're fine. Okay? Nothing's burned. We're fine. So let me go on ahead and get you angled over here and show you what we are looking at. Okay, so this is pot 1. This guy here is pot 2, but pot 1, as you can see, has broken down by roughly half at this point, and we have approximately 3 cinnamon sticks, 2 teaspoons of clove, 1 teaspoon of clove,
2 star anise,
2 star anise,
and probably a teaspoon and a half of nutmeg.
Teaspoon and a half of nutmeg. Also, in the bottom of these pots, we had a little bit of water and a little bit of lemon juice to help with
Oxidation.
the oxidation process, because as you know, apples like to oxidize, which these did and will oxidize in the cooking process naturally, but it keeps them from being a darker shade of brown. It keeps it more of what we normally as Americans associate with applesauce in color. What we are going to do also in the other pot, have you added the brown sugar to the other pot yet? No? Okay.
Not yet.
So we will be adding in, we have a organic dark brown sugar that we added in about a quarter. Yeah, quarter cup roughly is what we put in. We prefer our applesauce a little bit tartar. Yeah, and the reason that we use the brown sugar in particular is it does have molasses in there and it has flavor. It gives it, yeah, that apple caramel flavor that, I don't know, I just associate with the fall season in general. You could use regular sugar. I am not a fan of regular sugar just because regular sugar is not flavor. Regular sugar is just unnecessary calories to me, and I would, if it's not going to add to the taste, I don't add it in. That's just how I cook normally. So we have this working on the stovetop, and we are working on a small burner. Like I said, we have burner issues at the moment. This is over medium-low heat.
No, low heat.
Low heat right now?
Started out medium low.
Yeah, we start out medium-low. Once you start to hear the apples cooking, you kind of hear almost, not quite a boiling sound, but a similar sound to it. You might be hearing that on the camera even now from this silver pot over here. Once we get to that point, that's when we drop down the temperature to low. So for us, that's setting 3 on our stovetop. Everybody's stovetop, of course, is going to be different, and it's, of course, going to be different between electric range to gas range. So just kind of keep an eye on it. When you start to hear sort of a bubbling sound in the bottom of your pot, just be aware that you need to turn down the heat to low, because you want to cook these down low and slow. That is the name of the game. Helps keep the texture, keeps them from being rubbery, and yeah, it just
allows the spices to flavor into the apple.
Yeah, I was going to say it allows the spices to bloom and develop more in the mix. So that's literally all we are going to be doing. We are going to be waiting for this to finish breaking down so that we can start the mashing process. And we will be back here as soon as we get to that point. And by that point, that silver pot over there may be on this burner, because we seem to have more luck getting this burner down to low. Yeah. So we will see you guys here in a bit. All right. So we did end up adding a little bit of water in, and if your mix looks a little dry, don't worry about it. You can do that. You could even add in an apple juice if you want to add apple juice. All right, but otherwise, this is looking bang on. Also, side note, old-timey trick to make the applesauce nice and glossy is about a tablespoon of butter. Okay guys, so as you noticed in the apple making process, this goes without saying, but in the making of this video, we were using fresh apples. And when I mean fresh apples, I mean they literally pulled them off the trees this week and put them in the farm store to be purchased. What you are buying when you are in the grocery stores is not fresh. It is actually from last season. So what you are seeing this apple season in a mainstream grocery store is actually from last apple season, not this apple season. So if you are somebody who has done any type of preserves or anything, and you have gone to the store and you have in good faith even gotten a organic apple with the intent of using it as a natural source of pectin, what you probably noticed is that it didn't work real well. That's because it wasn't fresh. And this is a good demonstration of this because you saw that this was thickening. Now we did have liquid in here. We almost thought that we had too much, but it turned out that we were wrong about that, and we actually had to add some liquid in to compensate for the thickness. And that is because there is naturally occurring pectin, not just in the peel. They say it's primarily in the peel, but we peeled all of these apples. You saw that on this video. And yet even taking it off the heat and it just slowly cooling down here was still thickening on us. And we had to add in another bit of liquid to get it to the consistency that we were looking for. So if you are going to a local orchard and you've never worked with fresh apples before, just be forewarned, because forewarned is forearmed, that you are going to need to make sure and keep an appropriate amount of liquid in the pan, and don't be surprised if you may need to add a little bit of apple juice, pear juice. You could even get really inventive with this and add cranberry juice, because cranberries and apples are amazing together. You could do a tart cherry juice in this. Apples blend well with a little bit of everything flavor-wise. So have fun with it and get inventive. Use whatever you have in your pantry around the house. But just know that if you're using the fresh apples, it's going to be a lot thicker than what you are going to end up making if you get your apples from last season at the grocery store. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to close out this video here. The only thing we have left to do is portion these guys up into quart bags. I'll put you on hyperlapse for that. We are literally doing 2 cups of applesauce into quart bags, and we'll be laying them flat as we've shown in other videos and putting them in the freezer. So guys, thanks for hanging around on this video. We will see you on the next one. And as always, keep it simple, natural, and essential. We'll see you later. Yeah, like she said, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Sharing's caring. That's really one of the best things that you can do is subscribe and share. And don't forget to comment because they like to see that we are talking it as a community online because it's social or something. Yeah. All right. Bye.
God bless. Need a little bit more water? Or we're good?
No, it's terrible.
I said, do we need a little bit more water?
Good.